Hi guys, welcome back to Jeanette and her puzzles. Today I'm going to be talking about 4 things that have entirely changed my puzzling life. I just wanted to share this with you because it might change the way you puzzle as well. It might make you do more puzzling. So today's topic is must-haves for puzzle lovers. This is completely out of the topic, but I just wanted to let you know that I've got a stiff neck. So if I'm gonna be moving like a robot, that's probably because of it. Let's just move on to the first thing, which are stackable sorting trays. The ones that I got are from HAVES, and I genuinely just bought them not so long ago, and they honestly changed my life. Like, these are for 2,000 pieces. I really like the colors. I wanted to get them in all white, but they were never in stock, so this was the second best option. They have them in blue as well, and I think possibly in black, I'm not completely sure. I really like them. I like the design. They even have a little lid at the top, so you don't get the dust inside. This has honestly changed the way I puzzle. I don't use these trays when I record videos. I use them when I do puzzles in my own time, and it's so amazing. This one holds up to 2,000 pieces, and I normally do 1,000-piece puzzles, so I actually haven't used any of the white ones yet, just the orange ones. And it's actually really enjoyable because even when you're doing the sorting, because they have edges, the pile is not just gonna keep getting bigger, it's gonna get higher instead of like just spreading across the board. It makes it so easy to use because I normally just do one color at a time, so I just pick one tray with that color I want to do, and all I have in front of me is just the puzzle and that one tray, and then I just keep using the puzzles for the tray until I'm finished with it, and then I take the next tray. So it was quite enjoyable when I was doing the puzzle. I started with 6 trays, and then at the end I only had like 2 trays left, so you don't have to carry all of them around, and I think it's really good. I'm actually disappointed in myself that I didn't buy this sooner, but this is actually the best money I spend on something that's puzzle related. And one other reason why I really like this particular sorting trays is because they're stackable. So once I sort the puzzle, I can just stack them on top of each other and then put the lid on the top, so you don't get any dust or like, you know, pet hair inside, which is really good. The second thing on my list is something that I like to call sorting boards. These are basically just small foam boards that I use when I do shape sorting and I want to spread all the pieces out. Normally, if I spread all the pieces out on the same board when I do the puzzle, it's hard because I've got pieces in one corner and then I have to fill the other corner up, and then I have to keep moving across. So the reason why I like to use them, they're really light, so I can just place them wherever I need them to be close to the section of the puzzle I'm working on. And it makes it a lot easier. You can check the pieces up close, you don't need to, you know, bend over all the time. So this is something that has definitely saved me a lot of back pain. So I'm in love with these. I've got 4 of them at the moment. I think I could easily have 2 more for like more complicated puzzles. Usually by the time I do shape sorting, there's not that many pieces left, so 4 boards have normally been enough. I very rarely ran out of space, but you know, it would be good to have 2 more from different aspects, so each shape could have its own board. I'm not actually sure what their name is or what they're used for. I just buy them in an art shop called Art in City Park in Ljubljana, where I live, and they're basically like 2 quid each. So they're not bad. 2 quid each. Yeah, 2 quid each. Harry Potter. Funny, sorry, I cracked myself up. The next thing on my list is definitely something that changed the amount of puzzling I do. Because where I used to live before, I didn't have a lot of space, so I was doing my puzzles on the floor, and obviously that would get in a way. And then Doc came in sometimes, very playful, wanted to play around and knocked a few pieces over, so it was quite fun doing puzzles. And I have bought the, I don't know what it's called, I've bought the rolling board for like storing puzzles, and I absolutely hated it. The material was really weird because if I wanted to move like 5 pieces, I couldn't just push them. I had to lift them up and move them because they were like, they kept catching into some things. It was, I really didn't like it. And then when I roll it as well, it just wasn't convenient for me. I think it was just too much effort and it wasn't that good. And also the way it was folded when it was stored away. When I was doing the puzzle, you know, it had, how do you call it? Not wrinkles, but you know what I mean. It was like from where it was folded, so it was a bit hard to do the puzzle on that section. So then the next thing I wanted to buy was a puzzle board, but I kind of didn't want to invest in something that I didn't really do that much. But then my friend gave me these amazing puzzle board along with like 15 puzzles. And this one is from a company called Puzzle Caddy. I have no idea how old this is because it used to be her nan's. I just really like it. There's so many different companies that do them, but this one has really hard back, which I really like, because there's another one that I bought for my sister for Christmas. When it actually arrived, it's not that hard, so it bends quite a lot. So this is something that I really like about this one, because it's got really hard back. So this is definitely something that completely changed how much puzzling I did, because from then on it was literally like just open the board, put the puzzle in, do it in front of the TV, doing in the living room, doing on the bed. It's like it didn't really matter, it was just puzzles, puzzles, puzzles. Definitely a game changer, and I would recommend it to anyone who doesn't have a specific place in the house when they can just, you know, put the puzzles up and leave them out for however long. There are two downsides for this particular puzzle board that I have. First one being, I'm not sure this one would be holding a puzzle larger than 1500 pieces, which is a bit of a shame, because obviously when you have a larger puzzle then you can't just put it in the board. And then the second thing is, if you have any loose pieces lying around, when you close it and put it against the wall, they're all gonna drop down. So you can only keep the ones that are sort of assembled. It's usually okay if you leave 3 and more pieces together, because they move around a lot less, so they might slide a bit further down. But if you just keep like a pile of loose pieces, they will just all drop down, and then when you open it, it's just gonna be a mess. So I think it's better to just remove them before you put the puzzle away. The next thing on my list is basically a cheaper version of the puzzle board I just showed you, and I genuinely just wish that I knew about this sooner, because it would make my life so much easier. But anyway, here they are. They're basically the same foam boards I was using before for doing the shape sorting on them. I've got 3 of them. The first one is basically a smaller one that holds 1,000-piece puzzle that's like average shaped, and I use this one when I do puzzles in my own time, because I can just move it around the house very easily. Even when to holidays with me, is ideal for like 500-piece puzzles. And then I've got a larger one, the ones that I used when I'm recording my videos. And I've got the black one as well that I specifically bought for the tube map video, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see anything, because it's completely white on a white background, it just wouldn't work. This one is different because this one is matte and they don't really do it as thick, so it's quite soft as well, so I don't like it that much. But it's still good to have it for any lighter puzzles that I'm gonna be doing, so it's always just there, you know, waiting for me. They also have like double-sided ones, but I just didn't like them that much. Good thing about these puzzle boards is that they fit quite large puzzles. Like I've done 1500-piece puzzle on it and I had so much space left. I think it could probably fit a 3000-piece puzzle. I'm not quite sure, I haven't tried, but I think it could work. If you're doing larger puzzles, you can just tape them together to get the exact base that you need for the puzzle you're working on. This is definitely something that's gonna come into place when I do larger puzzles, which I'm honestly a little bit scared of, because the largest puzzle I've done so far is 2,000 pieces. I've got the 3,000 pieces in my wardrobe that's obviously gonna come out as I move, like you guys recommended me to do, because it's a different experience. But then I'm planning to do, you know, 4,000, 5,000 pieces, maybe even like the world's largest at one point, like 40,000 pieces and stuff. Definitely gonna be used a lot. The one downside I have for these puzzle boards, including the ones that I use for shape sorting, is that because they have that gloss finish, it can be quite slidey. Is that the word? I think so, I can use it. So it's quite easy to like knock the pieces off if you're not careful. It can be something really small, like just a nudge, and you can already knock a few pieces over. So that's one thing I would say you need to be careful about. Maybe don't go all the way to the edge when you're using them. Those are just some of the things that I came across, and they made my life a lot easier when it comes to puzzling. So if you have anything that made your life easier, you just love doing it, please let me know in the comment section, because I would love to know and love to try it out. And also don't forget to like and subscribe for more puzzle content. Like with the foam boards, there are always different ways to save some money. So if you want to see how to get puzzles the cheaper way, just check this video out next. Bye! Oh.